Welcome back to Let's Play Ducktales. Before we do anything, I want to show you something really cool. If you're familiar with the Ducktales cartoon, you know there's an iconic scene, and here it is. You can actually dive into the money bin, and that is just too cool. Doesn't do much gameplay-wise, but, you know, I think all of you, if you're a big fan of the show, just got a big pang of nostalgia right there. It's one of the biggest establishing shots in the theme song. But now that we did that, let's start our adventure, shall we? Let's go to the Amazon.
Get Launchpad on the horn. I'm headed to the Amazon jungle to find the scepter of the Incan king.
Alright, so the Amazon. From here on out, it's all going to... If you played the NES title, all of these levels are going to be familiar to you, but there's some things that are different.
Thanks for the lift, Launchpad.
No problemo. Lift is one of my favorite principles of aerodynamics. Oh, say, you got your radio, Mr. McD?
Aye, of course I do.
Great! Then I'll be your eyes in the sky.
Oh, I'd be happy if you just keep your eyes on the sky for once. What an airhead.
Hey, I heard that.
Now then, ancient Incan legends claim the king's scepter was locked away in a giant temple of the clouds, and it should be dead ahead.
Gee, Mr. McD, I see a lot of clouds, but no temple.
You wouldn't, Launchpad. The legend says the temple was hidden away from all but King Manco Capquack himself. But there's bound to be a way to reveal it buried somewhere in this overgrown salad bowl, and I'm not leaving till I find it.
It wouldn't be a Disney World without puns. Anyway, yeah, that was Launchpad. He's known for crashing. How do you like all that nostalgia? Yes, the levels here have the same iconic music as the original Nintendo game. And that's a coin, I'm just showing it to you.
Launchpad, I found an ancient coin depicting a nightingale.
Neato. You haven't stumbled across a pizza joint down there, have you, Mr. McD? I'm getting kind of hungry up here.
I'm not even going to dignify that question with a response.
Oh, Launchpad, you idiot. Anyway, these levels follow this particular structure. There's going to be a few MacGuffins that are scattered around the level, and they will help you find, like, the final... They'll help you find the boss at the end of the level. But that's pretty much what you're doing here.
Another coin, and this one has an inscription of an eagle.
And the Amazon has a lot of MacGuffins, so much so that I was worried about commentating this level to break the illusion a little bit, because you find these everywhere. There's a cutscene.
A coin bearing the image of the Queen's horse. Ha, it'll help us find the treasure for sure.
How can you tell, boss?
Never doubt the well-honed instincts of an experienced treasure hunter.
If you say so, Mr. McD.
For every single one, there's a short little cutscene, and it's this really funny back and forth between Scrooge and Launchpad. Launchpad, if you're a fan of the show, you know he's known for being an ace pilot, but he can't land to save his life. He can crash, but he can't land. Yeah, so
A coin showing the sun. Gad, I nearly tripped over it. This place is a mess. Where's Mrs. Beakley when you need her?
The humor kind of falls flat places, but it's nostalgia. If I haven't mentioned before, every level keeps its level music, but it's a remixed version.
Look at this. An ancient coin with the image of a scythe. It must represent a good harvest.
This is Launchpad, calling Mr. McD.
What is it, Launchpad?
I'm running a little low on fuel up here.
Well, where are the extra fuel canisters?
Well, that's why I'm calling you, boss. I checked the glove compartment, but all I found was gloves.
Oh, you'd best find those fuel canisters, for the next thing you'll be flying is a model airplane.
Okay. Last time I asked you for help.
Is that a promise?
How could Scrooge help? He's down there and you're up there. Anyway, there is an option to change to the 8-bit version, but I think they remix these tracks wonderfully. I think this is a really, this is a great love letter to, you know, if they're treasure chests, always get them, but this is a great love letter to, you know, such a great game for the NES. I kind of wish they would release the NES version on the Virtual Console, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Found another one, and it depicts the ruling might of a spear.
This is Launchpad, Mr. McD. Come in, Mr.
Launchpad, what was that?
Nothing, boss. I'm sure nobody was using that tree anyway. Except maybe them. And else. And also them.
Launchpad McCrack, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're almost done with the coin collecting part. Yeah, I even double back just to make sure. Actually, now this is where I started to double back, but this is also a great little visual cue that big chests are important.
Look at this one. It shows a shield. You know, I bet those Incans could have minted a whole lot more coins if they hadn't tried to make each one unique.
Yeah.
Ow, ow,
Aw, those plants are annoying. So, start doubling back here. The last, it's instinctual now. Just, those plants are annoying. Oh, I think I know what the difference between easy mode is. In easy mode, you find a lot more ice cream cones. So, hey, that's something, right?
ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Come on. I don't know why I checked up there. Let's see. So, a little bit about Ducktales. This is pretty much how a basic Ducktales episode would go. Scrooge going on adventures. That was one type of Ducktales episode. And the others were sort of supernatural in nature. You know, this only covers one type of Ducktales episode. Sometimes it was just weird stuff going on in Duckburg, you know. Life is like a hurricane there, after all. Ah! Really jerkish enemy placement there. It's a good thing this chest has an ice cream cone. And the last coin.
Aha! This coin bears an image of the scales of justice. Just what I need to help me find the scepter.
You know, Mr. McD, I had a thought.
Launchpad, why start now and spoil a perfect record?
That's a good question.
Well, I don't have all day. What was your thought?
Come to think of it, I forgot.
Launchpad, were you dropped on your head much as a child?
All the time. Why?
Ironically,
Ow, ow, ow.
Ducktales was based off of the Disney Duck comics by Carl Barks and Don Rosa. Don't know which one was first.
Come in, Launchpad. I found something. There's a carving of Manco Capquack on this stone slab, and there's 8 succulent notches around it.
Sounds great. Does it tell us how to find the treasure?
Well, I'm not sure what it tells us, but I'm certain it's an important clue. Bless me bagpipes. These coins I found will fit perfectly into those notches.
Oh, you must have come across an ancient Incan poker table, Mr. McD. How about I come down there and you deal me in for a hand?
You come down here and I'll deal you a blow to the head. You're supposed to be keeping an eye out for trouble, remember?
All right, trouble spotting it is.
Launchpad, what if the images on these coins symbolize the various tribes of Manco Capquack's empire? Maybe if I surround him with them. Oh no, it's not working.
Hey, maybe you need to say the magic words. Or maybe not.
God damn it, Launchpad. So yeah.
Will you look
This
at
is how
that?
each...
The ancient city of Manco Capquack. And that beam of light. It must be pointing to the Temple of the Clouds. But how am I going to get across?
Up here, Mr. McD.
And that's how the levels go. You find a certain amount of MacGuffins, and that unlocks
That beam of light.
the last leg of the level. It's not that hard at all. In danger, you're the 1%. Oh, do. Crazy. Anyway, there are treasures underneath the helicopter here, but if you're not feeling as adventurous, you can just ride the helicopter all the way.
Whoa! I
to
did
this
it!
place.
I found the legendary temple of Manco Capquack.
With a little help from your old pal, Launchpad McQuack.
How modest.
Oh, of course, Launchpad. I couldn't have done it without you. Now just hold on, and with a little luck, that scepter will be mine in no time.
Oh, Launchpad. Oh, Scrooge. Anyway, yeah, this is the last leg of the level. The temple itself. It's always good practice to get at least a million points or dollars during these levels, and it's easy to accumulate if you know the levels and you know secrets like that one. Yeah, that is the secret. There are secrets strewn throughout this place. This really does have a real NES feel that has secrets strewn about.
Hey, watch it!
Ow.
Would you look at the size of this diamond?
So Ducktales was based on the Disney Duck comics by Carl Barks and Don Rosa. I don't know much, and I think they... Oh, here's Mrs. Beakley.
Mrs. Beakley, what are you doing here?
I'm just making sure you stick to your diet, Mr. McDuck.
You're always as good as your word, my dear.
That was Mrs. Beakley, Scrooge's maid, and I think another character coming up, well, not coming up, but in this game, Webbygale is her aunt. Not her aunt. Is her niece. Mrs. Beakley is the aunt. Yeah. She gives you healing items. Anyway, the Disney Duck comics were the adventures of Donald Duck and his nephews, and Scrooge McDuck. And a lot of Carl Barks and Don Rosa's stories were centered around Scrooge. And Donald Duck kind of took, was kind of the straight man. Why are you doing this, Uncle Scrooge? You're already rich enough. Why are we having this grand adventure? Money, my dear boy. When Ducktales started, I think the story went that Donald's current VA. Ah man, I forgot her name. Forgot his name. Like Tony Alsmo or something like that. He was only just getting into the role, and Disney was worried that he wouldn't be able to, you know, pull off Donald very well. Like he needed more training. So they sent Donald off to the Navy, and you know, Launchpad comes in. So yeah, little DuckTales trivia. Yeah, Donald's in the Navy during DuckTales. Scrooge gets him out of the Navy in the first episode. Don't know why really. I guess to really capture or to pander to the fans of the Disney Duck comics. Even though I don't think I've seen like any collections. Like, I'm really assuming that you have to be hardcore to find the Disney Duck comics because I've only heard of them. I've only heard of them through Wikipedia and TV. I want to like read one. I actually want to get The Life of Times of Scrooge McDuck, which is kind of Inception before Inception happened.
There it is, the King's Scepter. Well, oh, this was easier to find than a penny in a parking lot. Catch me kilts! What was that?
And now for our first boss. Okay, so for this boss, it's very simple. Shockwave attack. When he's up here, just get him as, you know, 3 times, and it's a cycle. So I was talking about The Life of Times of Scrooge McDuck. The Duck comics are a cluster of awesome. Alright? So, even more awesome than like the Disney Afternoon comics by Boom Comics that were running before Disney bought Marvel. But yeah, the Disney Duck comics are a cluster of awesome. So you hit the head 3 times, and then it goes to the cycle of, you know, the wall and the bricks coming at you, and you do this cycle I think 3 or 4 times. But the Disney Duck, Disney Duck comics are a cluster of awesome. I actually read the Darkwing Duck comics from Boom Comics. Speaking of comics, those comics are actually pretty awesome because they are a continuation of the Disney Duck comics. I think this is only an easy mode that sometimes bosses will give you healing items. You know, it helps, and they're not totally hand-holded with it. In fact, they only give you ice cream cones, and if you play really badly, you know, they're not going to be much of a help. We're almost done, I think. Yes! So...
Hurry, Mr. McD! This place has fallen to pieces!
No! I'm not leaving without that scepter. Get us out of here, Launchpad! I cannot believe we came all this way for nothing. What's the meaning of this?
Outsider, our prophecies have long foretold that our ancient city would one day be returned to us. For hundreds of years we have waited, and at last that day has come.
You mean you're not mad at me?
Mad? Quite the contrary, Feathered One. Is there anything we can do to repay you?
Well, now that you mention it, I did come here looking for an ancient scepter. I didn't suppose...
Does it look like this? It fell from the temple.
All that climbing for nothing. Hey, Mr. McD?
Bless me, bagpipes,
The end of
scepter
episode
the
Deus
Incan King.
Deus Ex
It is
Machina.
yours. Take it and go in peace. After all, it was just the old king's back scratcher.
Everybody laughs. It wasn't that funny. But that would be the everybody laughs ending. And after each level, we have a little scene with Scrooge and the nephews, or Scrooge and whoever else. After we total up our loot! Yes! Look at all that.
The scepter of the Incan King. I tell you, boys, there's something special about this treasure.
Really, Uncle Scrooge? Yeah, it just looks like an old back scratcher to us.
You boys need to learn some respect for the finer things in life. Now, if you're done having fun at your old uncle's expense, help me decide
And
where we should go
we will
next.
decide when to go next. But for now, I've been Ansmax, you've been you, and this has been Let's Play DuckTales. Talk to you guys later.